My name is Colleen Tague. I am a third-year student music major at Wartburg College up in Waverly, Iowa. I am from the parish of St. Joseph's in DeWitt, and I live with my mother when I'm home, and then I have 3 siblings, several years older than me, so I'm the baby.
How old were you when you became aware of your Catholic faith?
My Catholic faith, I was brought up in a very Catholic family, so my faith was always present to me from a very young age. I was homeschooled since I was in 2nd grade, but even before that I would go to daily mass with my mom or my dad, whichever I would tag along with. And then as I continued to be homeschooled before I went back into the public school program, daily mass was part of a routine. We used a Catholic curriculum for my education, so it has always been integrated and personal expression of it has always been highly encouraged.
How does faith impact the decisions you make?
Because of my strong Catholic upbringing, my faith is extremely important. It's one of the things that shapes the morals that I make further decisions on. So I would say many of my decisions come back to the basic principles of the Catholic way to live your everyday life.
How do you pray?
Prayer as a college student can be rather interesting. You know, you always pray that you do well on a test. You pray while you study to make sure you study well for the test, but then there's always the times when things compound that you take just a personal time to quiet yourself and to just reconnect with your inner spirituality that can sometimes get pushed to a back burner being a full-time student. And so just that connection, saying in Our Father at a random time during the day just to bring yourself back to center is a really good way for me to focus.
What scripture passages or stories inspire you?
For scripture, I always love the wisdom books of Ecclesiastes, the Song of Solomon, Proverbs. They're lessons that can be applied to everyday life, but you can also see where they would be in context in the older tradition. I also take from the Gospels, the Sermon on the Mount has so many good lessons for us that we can use in relation to ourselves, to God, and to the rest of the world.
Who has been a model of the Catholic faith in your life?
My family. I know it sounds cliche, but it's very true. My parents have been strong supporters of the faith and examples by themselves as well. My grandparents who live close by, you know, they're getting older, but their faith doesn't shake, and oftentimes it gets even stronger. And also my great aunt who recently relocated back up to Iowa from the South, she and my grandmother and I did the Jeff Cavins Great Adventure Bible Study together when I was in high school. So that personal connection with them, as well as just in general and their examples they live in their everyday lives, is very encouraging.
How has your Catholic faith helped you to deal with life's challenges?
Life is always full of challenges. You know, one that I personally have to deal with was the loss of my dad 6 years ago to cancer. And for our entire family, it was falling back on to the Catholic tradition, you know, just the support that the church gives us, the sacraments that are always there and readily available, the worship services that we can connect with in a different way besides just our own personal way. The comfort that they give is a really nice support system, especially in times of grief and also in times of joy.